Hello and welcome to episode 147 of the series that begs the question, can an 80 IQ hillbilly defy all odds by achieving an 1800 ELO ranking on chess.com? Finally got a decent victory yesterday. The new motto is to take something positive from the game before, and obviously the positive is that I won. Felt I played pretty good. I think I really only made two bad plays, I think. And one was not allowing the A file to be opened up instead of pushing B3. I think I should have pushed the pawn to B3 when he was trying to pawn storm. He pushed the pawn down and open up the A file. Engine recommended B3, and that's what I should have played instead of allowing him to take on B2. And then I missed a mate and won. But I got the resignation anyway, played pretty good. And so yeah, there's the positives from that. Like I said, just trying to keep it all together. I think if I can just slow down and think about what I'm doing, calculate, use the think about candidate moves, think about what my opponent's trying to do, and not just trying to play so quick and be lazy with calculation. I think I've kind of said this before with chess. It's like anything else, I think, that's competitive. Like, I think you can cut corners. And for me, I tend to cut corners with calculation. And because calculation is kind of the hard part, I think. I think it's maybe like a good analogy would be like in basketball playing defense or something. Everybody wants to just shoot the ball. and when you got to get down and really grind on the defensive end, a lot of people can, or at least for me, I mean, you could tend to maybe be lazy. And I think that's a good analogy. Like, again, with chess, it's kind of the same way. I think a lot of times when it gets to calculating, I kind of maybe just calculate a move or two and kind of just give up at that. It requires a lot of mental energy for me. And I think that's, it's easy to kind of get lazy there. So we're still in the midst of a heat wave. There's your weather forecast. I don't know where you're at, but where I'm at, it's pretty dang hot. And yeah, episode 147, closing in on episode 150. It's really crazy how many episodes we're in. Really kind of proud of the grind. I mean, I'm not always proud of my behavior. Not always proud of the content, and certainly not always proud of my chess play, but I am proud of the fact that I have stuck to it. And stick-to-itiveness is a requiem for success, I believe. Is that the right word? Requiem? Requirement, maybe? So yeah, I think if you're going to be successful at anything, you're going to have to persevere through the ups and downs, or the ebbs and flows, as I like to call them. So yeah, I appreciate everybody who's watched and who's tuned in. I know it probably sucks sometimes to watch me, and there's a few of you that seem to be have been here for quite a while, and I appreciate y'all. I really do. Even those of you who don't comment or don't like or anything else, those who have kind of took an interest in the journey, I do appreciate it. It makes it more worthwhile. I think a lot of times I'll get on here and try to say things like, oh, I don't care about the likes and I'm not making any money, and it's ultimately about my legacy. That is the truth. Ultimately, I'm having a journey, and I'm having it digitally recorded. And I think at some point, maybe my great grandkid or something might be like, oh, look, my grandfather back in the my great grandfather back in the 21st century played chess, and he documented it on a YouTube series. And I think that's kind of the idea, like, the idea of getting rich or something. I mean, sure, like if people want to just give me a lot of money, I mean, I'm sure that I wouldn't be opposed to that, but that's not my motivation. And mostly because I'm realistic, and I don't think anybody wants to pay some 80 IQ hillbilly a lot of money to play chess and to whine when he loses. And maybe if I was a GM or something. Which, by the way, I was actually having a conversation with somebody earlier, and they were saying that, when I hit 1800, I won't be happy with that, and I want to continue on. I don't agree with that, although I might conclude that 1800 is not all that good at that time. For me, I'm one of those kind of people who, like, it's never good enough. So I think I could hit 1800 and be like, I just got lucky, or oh, I suck, or whatever. So anyway, there's the pre-game ramble. I'm glad I got this notification before I started the game. Turn the sound off on the phone so we don't have any distractions. I am distraction free today, which means I am excuse free, which means I am always excuse free because excuses never really matter. To make an excuse of why you lost doesn't matter. Ultimately, you still lost. You know, second place is just the first place loser. Anyway, all right, let's get a game of chess in. I'm just sitting here rambling about nothing. So let's see what we can get going. Everything look good? I think everything looks good. Libya. We have the white pieces. We're going to try to get us a game. 1654. Strong player. What is this stuff? What in the world is this? Now, I might end up losing this game. I'm sure this is a strong player. But I think that this is definitely not an ideal setup. Need to get the knight here. Well, he really wants that pawn, don't he? Let's just get castle. We got an in-between move here. Check. Okay, hold on. Takes, 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 takes. Ooh, do not want to do that. Let's see here. You gotta be careful about this bishop. Gotta be careful about this bishop. Probably should have put the rook on. Probably should have put the rook on d3. All right, hold on here. Here, where does it come? Something like here. Hmm. 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 Got the resignation. Look, I won that game, and I think this is I'm not really good enough to really be talking a whole lot about this, but I've mentioned basic chess principles, and this guy didn't play very well, in my opinion. I mean, he's a 16. I mean, he's probably way better than me. I mean, I ended up winning, but I mean, I think it's because he wasted 2 moves early in the game. I want to look at something real quick. I want to see how good he's been, because it probably isn't right for me to say anything about his play, because I struggle with myself. Say he's been 1663. It's not like he's been super high up. Been higher than me, but I think this was a pretty. Again, I mentioned it early on. Like, he might end up beating me, but the way he developed with playing. Uh, let me just get into the game review. The way he playing. I'll show you the 2 moves when we get into the game review. Just don't really feel like he played very well. Like, that's typically, you shouldn't be playing like that. I mean, that's my opinion. Not to say that he couldn't smoke me, but wow, what does this say here? 88.2% accuracy, no brilliant moves, 1 great move, 7 best moves, no mistakes, no misses, no blunders. Played like a 2200. Played pretty good. Opponent 78.6% accuracy, no brilliant moves, no great moves, 4 best moves, 1 mistake, no miss, 1 blunder. He played like a 1400. He didn't play terrible, but I'll show you where I think he really went wrong. And you know, as someone, again, like, I'm not anybody to try to tell you how to play chess, but I think this guy made a couple of really obvious early mistakes, and we'll go through them here. So right here, first move of the game, he plays a6. It says it's a book move here, and I have no idea why that's a book move. To play a6 on the first play of the game for you, it's not a mistake. So I mean, I guess, like I said, what do I know? But I'm not even trying. Like, the point of this would be to probably prohibit the bishop from going to b5. But I'm not even trying to play that. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, and then he hits the center. I guess is an excellent move. I don't know exactly what he's playing here. But and then right here, another move. It says it's a good move. I don't see how that's a good move. The engine doesn't have a problem with it, so who am I to say anything? To me, I mean, he gave up. I mean, I'm already I'm on move 4. I'm ready to castle. I'm already in a good spot here. I feel comfortable. Although the engine just has me up 0.5, so maybe it's not as good as I thought. But I just don't see how. Yeah, then he gives up the pawn. Gives up a pawn. There's a mistake. Bishop b4 was best. Ooh, there's a mistake by me. Bishop b2. I should have just played bishop b2. But I knew what was coming right here. He's playing this. This is what's coming next for him. Well, I guess I can take. Yeah. So I guess I should have played here. Been the best move. There was a mistake by me. I just didn't want to get caught up in any kind of tricks or whatever. That was a mistake. I didn't calculate very well. Yeah, the whole idea is he's trying to get to this pawn. And, yeah, there's a blunder. Best. I wonder if I played this best. Look at that. I made the right play. We had what do they call that? Intermezzo move. I had an intermediate move. I didn't calculate real far, but I thought that I was better. And looks like I was. Yeah, I mean, I'm +5 here. Plus 5.08. So, yeah, he went down a piece. Let me look at that again. How do I... Let's look at this again. So, he gets his pawn back. I get the knight. He takes the bishop. I get the knight. He takes the queen. I get the queen. He gets the knight. And I get the bishop on +3. Yeah, he just didn't calculate very well. Didn't calculate. And so now I'm up a piece. And I mean, you know, my end games are terrible. But let's see how I played this. There's why I really wanted to put the bishop first. Yeah, and then right here, like I didn't even make a mistake. I'm +5. Yeah, I mean I'm taking the. I mean we're swapping the rooks after this. Yeah, it should have been a fairly easy game. So yeah, it is what it is. Happy with that game. I don't want to come on here and be all super happy, you know, because we've all seen how I act when I lose. So we're gonna be humble in victory. Again, I think my opponent, although the engine disagrees, I think, you know, when you're playing A6 and H6 in the first 3 moves, I don't personally look. Maybe Magnus can get away with it, maybe this guy gets away with it. Obviously, it's probably not the first time he's ever done that. But I think for 1,600 players, like you need, again, I think if you just kind of focus on some principles, like I'm not even trying to put the bishops, you know, on B5 or G5, you know, on B5 or G6 or anything like that. So I just, or not, I'm sorry, where would this bishop even go? Yeah, I mean, I don't even understand what this move would even do. Or I guess maybe keep me from coming in with the knight. Like I don't even understand what, like if we go back to the beginning here, like I don't even understand what these, like what's this even going to do? I guess if I push here, it keeps this from happening. I'm not real sure. It seems to me like this guy probably just has a hard time with getting pieces pinned and he doesn't like it, so he's just playing prophylactic moves right off the bat. But yeah, and look, the engine doesn't say that I'm way up. I just feel like if you show me this position right here, and who do I think's better, I'm going to say white pieces every day, all day, and twice on Sunday. But what do I know? I'm a 1640 player who loses just as much as he wins. Anyway, 147 is in the books. I appreciate those of you who have bared with me through this train wreck that is 80 IQ chess, 80 IQ Hillbilly chess. So, yeah, that's episode 147. Hope you have a great day. God bless.